Welcome viewers. Today on TV Box Stop, I have the review of the Alfawise A8 Rockchip RK3229 quad-core Android 8.1 4K TV box. This is another model running on the Android 8.1 operating system, running on a budget Rockchip hardware that falls into the low-end TV box category. So after the break, I have a full review of its hardware and features, and we'll see what this box can do, so stay tuned, you have more after this. So I'm back, and this is the box it comes packed in. All it shows on the box is that the model is the Alfawise A8. It has 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of storage. The operating system is Android, and it uses a 5V 2 amps DC power adapter. So without further ado, I'll open this package and see what's inside. So in the box, you have the Alfawise TV box itself. You get this infrared remote. The remote is an infrared remote and it will work well to navigate the basic functions of the box. However, you will not get the omnidirectional control feature as seen in other wireless Bluetooth remote controls. See a list of these Bluetooth remotes using the link in the description area if you need more advanced ways to control your TV box. You get one HDMI cable, a 5V 2 amps DC power adapter, and a user's manual. Let's examine the box. The housing is made of plastic with the Alfawise logo branding at the top. To the back, you have one HDMI port, one USB 2.0 port, one RJ45 Ethernet LAN port, you have one audio-video port, one SPDIF 3.5mm port, and a DC power input. To the side, you have 3 more USB 2.0 ports and an SD card reader. To the front, you have an LED power light. And to the bottom, you have lots of small ventilation holes. So I'll now connect this box to the TV and continue with the rest of the review. So I'm back, and as I start up the box you have an Android logo startup animation that takes a little longer than usual. Then you're taken to the launcher. The launcher is semi-transparent to the background wallpaper, and the appearance is quite colorful with large main buttons, and the ability to add shortcuts to the launcher via the Add button. The launcher does not come with a navigation bar and status bar for multitasking, due to the operating system used on this box, which is the Android TV version. In the apps section, all you have is a set of basic streaming apps like Netflix, RKMC, and YouTube. You also have the Chrome browser, Aptoide TV, and the Google Play Store. So I will install some benchmark apps of my own and move on to the next segment. So I'm back. And to get this segment started, I'll first check to see if the box is rooted. It shows that the box is not rooted, running on Android 8.1 Oreo operating system. Not having root access on your TV box can affect those users who may want to install an app that requires it. However, it is not needed for simple streaming of movies and TV shows. I will now show its DRM information. It shows that the box only has support for Google Widevine Level 3 support, which is only sufficient for Netflix to show in standard 720p quality. For Netflix to show in HD and 4K, you would need to have HDCP encryption enabled, along with Google Widevine Level 1 support. This is also quite a disappointment, because usually, when a box is not rooted it gives way for HDCP encryption and Google Widevine Level 1. So I really don't see the reason for not rooting the box. Let's look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this box is Rockchip, and the model shows just TV box. It comes with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage. Below here it shows the available RAM and internal storage after the Android installation and apps installed on the box. Below here shows the Bluetooth version. And it shows that this box has Bluetooth 4+, which is actually Bluetooth 4.1 in this case. The CPU in this box is a 32-bit quad-core Cortex A7 CPU, running up to 1.2 GHz. The box has support for only 32-bit ABIs, which allows the box to run only 32-bit applications. The GPU is the ARM Mali 400 graphics processor, with a refresh rate of 60 Hz and OpenGL version 2.0. Under network, it shows that the box only has 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi support, and the 5 GHz band is not supported. The operating system is Android 8.1 Oreo, and it also shows that the box is not rooted. Under thermal information, it shows that the box runs a bit hot between 60 to 70 degrees Celsius under normal room temperature, and this can rise up to 75 degrees under heavy activity. If you apply a passive cooling fan, it ranges between 50 and 65 degrees. The box comes with codecs for playing 4K videos like H.264, HEVC, and VP9 decoding, and a couple of others, all needed for the playback of HD media. And that's it for system and hardware information, and I'll now move on to the benchmarks. First, I'll show the results of the RAM, internal storage, and SD card read and write speeds. It shows that the box has a RAM copy speed of 1030 megabytes per second. The internal storage has a read speed of 29 megabytes per second and a write speed of 13. And the SD card reader has a read speed of 23 megabytes per second and a write speed of 11. These results are the lowest you can get, and may affect the performance of the box. Next, I'll show the Wi-Fi and LAN speed results. And it shows that the Alfawise A8 could not hit the maximum speed on the single 2.4 GHz band and on the LAN port on my 40 MB internet package. These results may also affect the performance of this box. I'll now show the results of the Antutu Benchmark. After all tests were completed, the A8 got an Antutu score of 21,201. This score is quite low, and could affect the performance of this box. I now show the results of the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark. This score derives from a series of timed tasks performed by the app on the box's CPU. The Alfawise A8 got a score of 331 single-core and 892 multi-core. Again, the score being pretty low here. For the final benchmark, I have the results of the Ice Storm Extreme GPU benchmark, part of the Drm Gamers Bench series of GPU tests. The Alfawise A8 got a score of 1,356. This score is really low for a TV box and does not augur well for gaming. That's it for the benchmarks. I will now run some 4K video samples to test the box's 4K playback capabilities. Okay, so I think I'll stop there for now. The 4K video playback is not good at all, and raises a red flag for this box. So I have decided to prematurely end this review and summarize by saying that the Alfawise A8 was not built on good quality hardware, and the specs are way too low for Android 8.1, and the benchmarks are there to show. So thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe to this channel for more TV box stop reviews.